Hello and welcome to this week's episode of the Peter Palmer podcast, where we attempt to read every Stanley written issue of the Amazing Spider-Man week by week. My name is Mike, and with me as always is my co-host
Sammie.
We're back. It's been how many weeks has it been?
I don't know.
It's been 2 weeks for the audience. 3 weeks in our time since we've last recorded.
It's only been 2 weeks for them.
It's been a bit of a hiatus, but no one watches anyway, so I don't think anyone really cares. And if they do, they don't write in about it, so...
So you have no basis for complaint.
No, we did have one person write in that I've never met in my fucking life, and they're from America. This was like a few weeks ago. He was.
You've not told me about this.
Didn't I? But it wasn't like a positive or negative thing. He was like, I'm trying to listen to your podcast, your latest episode in iTunes, and it's not popping up. I'm like, oh, okay, sorry, I was trying to get that fixed. And I like talked him through like all the Apple like support stuff. And he's still like, it's not showing up still. I'm like, well, that's the problem on your end. Sorry. So I think we had a listener and then we lost him.
Oh my God. From America.
Yeah, I clicked on his Facebook profile.
You're going to have to show me his Facebook profile later.
Okay. Yeah, remind me later.
Yeah.
I won't do it now.
Yeah, not now.
I'll do it in between movie segment. Speaking of which, movie segment?
Yeah, movie segment.
This is the movie segment with Sammie and Mike. This is the movie segment. Hang in tight, my boy.
But what was the last movie I saw that I haven't talked about yet? Oh shit, it has been that long, hasn't it?
Well, the last movie I saw was like that in the cinemas was Gemini Man.
Because the last movie we talked about in the podcast was The Joker. And that was on the 4th of October.
Oh.
And since then, I've seen a lot. Because The Babysitter, we haven't talked about The Babysitter yet.
Oh,
and that feels like ages ago we watched that.
I forgot we watched that. Where did we even... Was that here?
It was here, yeah. You put it on. I was like, okay. And I was like, this is the worst movie I've ever seen.
Oh, yeah.
All right, let's go into movie segment now.
Satan.
Because we're already starting to talk about movies, and I forgot we haven't introduced the segment yet. It's been really long. I'm just looking at my the movies I've watched now, and we'll probably have to rattle through them pretty quick.
Yeah.
I wanted to talk more about a few of these ones on the last podcast, so we might talk longer on those ones when we get to them.
Okay.
So I'll go through my movies first. We watched The Babysitter like 3 weeks ago because you put it on for some reason.
It had like YouTubers in it.
Yeah, if you don't know what this movie is, it's a Netflix original starring, who's that lady? Bella Thorne?
Samara Weaving.
Samara Weaving and
Bella Thorne.
Bella Thorne. And directed by Mick G himself of Charlie's Angels Full Throttle and Charlie's Angels fame.
I don't even
Terminator
know,
Salvation. And it's literally the worst movie I've ever seen, so I don't really want to talk about it. I actually barely remember it. I wouldn't have remembered to talk about it unless it was logged here.
It literally had 2 Viners in it.
It did, and one of them died.
Both of them died.
Both of them died. Spoilers, who cares?
Who cares, yeah.
Who's that guy, King Batch?
King Batch, I think, yeah. And that Asian lady.
Oh, yeah. God, that movie was bad.
Okay.
It's so bad.
Let's move on.
And I looked up afterwards, it had like not good reviews, but there were some people that I really love this.
Really?
And I was like, oh, okay.
What?
They're like, it's so fun and self-aware and cheesy.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, I remember reading those.
It was self-aware in like an annoying way where it's like, look how bad this is.
Yeah, it's like, why just make a bad movie for the sake of
it? Make it good then, yeah.
Yeah. Like for the sake of making a bad movie. That's not a good reason to make a movie.
Tell that to Mick G. He's never made a good movie as far as I'm concerned.
Oh.
He was going to make a Superman movie once.
He should have.
That would have been funny. It wasn't going to be the Nick Cage one because that was going to be Tim Burton. It was I think this was around Superman Returns. I watched Batman Begins because I've been wanting to watch all the Batmans again, the Christopher Nolan ones.
Batmans?
I think this was after we saw Joker, and I was like, I feel like watching a better Gotham set movie.
Yeah. And you did?
Because I really like Batman Begins. I think it's my favorite Batman. I'm still not 100% sure. I'll know once I rewatch them all again. But I'm going to say for now it's my favorite. I think it's the most like... It has a lot more to say than the Joker did about like society.
I like how you hesitated on that. You're like,
surely there's a better word, but not necessarily society, but like its world building of Gotham is so much more interesting than Joker's is.
Okay, yeah. I need to rewatch it. It's been literal years since I've seen that film. So.
I think you should watch it. It's really good. And it's really well paced too. Like, it's so fast paced. Like, when I was watching it, it's like 2.5 hours long, but it goes so quick.
Yeah.
Because they do the origins. I think this is the first time they did the origin story, like, where they shook up the structure a bit. Because before this, like with Spider-Man and Superman and all that, the first half of the movie would be dedicated to the origin.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Then the second half would be like almost a completely different movie.
Yeah.
Both Batman Begins, like maybe the first third is like intercut between origin and present day.
Present day,
it's like,
yeah.
It eventually meets in the middle, and then the rest of the movie continues.
Just as Nolan intended.
Exactly. But the rest of the movie, it all ties in with everything that we saw at the start as well. So it's not like, it doesn't feel disjointed. Yeah, I love the world building of Gotham and that, like I was saying before, because they have this literal like underground crime ring. And I think it's the only version of Gotham on screen, other than the Tim Burton ones, of course, that doesn't just feel like a real life location. Like, it's not like I'm just looking at New York or I'm just looking at
I see
Chicago.
what you mean. Okay,
Like,
yeah.
it feels like Gotham.
Yeah, it feels like its own thing.
Yeah, but like a more realistic.
Is Batman Begins the one with Scarecrow?
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
But he's not really a focus.
No, yeah.
He's kind of just in there at the third act.
I'm just trying to remember which one it is in my head because those three movies tend to blend
Yeah.
to me in my head for some reason. I don't
That's
know.
fair enough. And yeah, and they have that whole like island in the middle of Gotham where it's like all the lower class people live. And it's called like the Narrows.
Yeah.
And it's like all these squashed together like apartments and like just wedged in there in the middle of Gotham.
Just like
It's really
fuck
cool.
off. Like
Yeah.
like poor people.
And
yeah.
King Joffrey lives there. He's in that movie.
Oh
as
yeah,
a little
what the
boy.
hell?
Yeah.
I forgot all about that. Well, he's not in
Yeah.
movies anymore, hey.
No. But Batman Begins has a really, really tight script. I really enjoy it. It's one of those movies where it's constantly just characters reiterating a line they heard earlier in the movie to another character. My favorite trope.
Yeah.
Where a character will say at the start, it's like, it's not who I am underneath Rachel. Oh, no, Rachel says, it's not about who you are underneath Bruce. It's what you do that defines you. And then at the end, she asks Batman, wait, who are you? And instead of him just going, I'm Bruce Wayne, he goes,
He says,
it's not who I am underneath. It's what I do that defines me.
yes.
And like, imagine if she didn't remember her saying that to him.
if it was real life, she wouldn't have.
Yeah, she would have been like, huh?
Yeah, like what?
Well, what he could have done is just not done his Batman voice and be like, it's me.
Yeah, it's just been like, yeah, it's me. Don't worry about it. Must get God. If you like, there was a Batman in real life, you would slip up all the time with the whole voice thing. I feel
Oh,
like.
yeah, you'd lose your voice every night.
Mm.
I think it's meant to be a voice changer, but it doesn't sound like one. It just
No.
sounds like he's doing a voice. It's kind of dumb.
Mm.
But yeah, it's good. There's probably a lot more to say about that movie, but we have to move on.
Oh yeah,
I
true.
watched Taxi Driver because this was in that same Joker week. Because you know everyone says Joker's like Taxi Driver.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm gonna rewatch Taxi Driver because it's been a few years since I've seen it, and I really love that movie.
Mm.
And rewatching Taxi Driver makes me realize like Joker really didn't do much other than just capture the aesthetic of Taxi
Oh
Driver.
God.
Like it's
That's so sad.
all the things I like about Taxi Driver, Joker doesn't really do, which
Yeah.
isn't a problem in itself, but the
Yeah.
comparisons make it like, why compare them?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Taxi Driver is way more interesting of a character study because it actually has scenes of characters talking,
Yeah. Yeah.
and it has. Okay, so back on the Joker, how it has that whole reveal that his girlfriend wasn't there the
not-
whole time.
yeah.
I think that was so so lame and cheesy.
It was. And the fucking like how it goes back and shows her fading away. I was like,
Yeah, and it wasn't like a focus of the movie
Yeah.
either. Like a Fight Club scenario where it's like the whole movie is about
yeah, exactly.
the
That
split personality and him making up this whole other persona.
I fucking
And then
love
when it's
Fight
revealed,
Club.
you're kind of like, oh shit. Like,
Yeah,
with
it's like
this, it's
such
like-
a shock. You're like, what the fuck?
this is like, it doesn't affect anything.
Yeah, it doesn't make you want to go back and watch the movie and look up for stuff. You know what I mean?
No.
Like when I first watched Fight Club, I was like, I literally put it on straight away
Yeah.
and watched it again because I was like, I need to like find out what I
Did you know
missed.
the
Yeah.
twist before you watched it?
No.
Yeah, me either.
Yeah.
That's why it's so good.
Yeah.
But what was I going to say? Taxi Driver. Oh yeah, the girlfriend or the love interest character in Taxi Driver is like, it's not a focus of the movie, but I like that she's actually a real character because, like, you believe that she would go on a date with this guy, but something's a bit off about him.
Yeah.
Because, like, he can still function in society. The
Yeah.
Robert De Niro character. But, like, he'll take her on a first date to a porno movie.
Yeah.
And you're
yeah.
like, that's fucking weird. But
Yeah.
he doesn't see that as weird. Like, I wanted more of that from the Joker, where it's like, he kind of functions day to day.
Exactly.
But, like, there's just stuff he does that's a bit off.
Yeah, you're just kind of like, I don't know about that. Yeah.
Yeah, but the whole time it's just everything he does is off.
Yeah.
In the Joker.
Yeah, he starts off as someone, like literally his intro, he's putting fucking clown makeup on, like his back's like all fucking, he's skinny as hell, and you're just like, this man's a fucking degenerate. Like, you wouldn't even have to talk to him. You just have to look at him and be like, this man does not belong in society. But yeah, I agree. In Taxi Driver, you could like look at him and just be like, yeah, sure, he's just a guy. Yeah.
And I've seen like, what do you call it? Analysis videos or like theory videos on the Joker. Because I'm like, I want to see what like people who love this movie think of it.
Yeah.
And all the theories, I'm like, these aren't interesting to me. Like, I can see why people think they're interesting, but to me, I'm like, doesn't add to the movie. Where it's like, oh, because his girlfriend wasn't real, it makes you think what other things aren't real. I'm like, what? That's so boring. Like,
Yeah.
I've heard so many theories, so many people say this theory where it's like the whole movie was in his head and he was in the asylum the whole time.
Oh, yeah. How is that interesting
Like,
at all?
how's that remotely interesting?
Yeah,
It
that's
doesn't
literally
change-
the equivalent of a character waking up at the end of a movie and like it's all a dream. Like, why?
It's like, how does that change anything we just saw? And
if anything, it just like dissolves everything you just saw, makes it redundant. Like,
it's like all movies are just in someone's head anyway.
yeah,
So it's like,
exactly. Yeah.
you're watching a work of fiction, so I don't know.
Yeah.
It wasn't. We shouldn't be talking about the Joker. I was talking about
Yes,
Taxi
let's
Driver.
stop. Yeah.
Taxi Driver is great. You've seen it, haven't you? No.
Yeah, a while ago. Yeah.
I think if you want to rewatch it, you should rewatch it.
Yeah, I will. I will.
Martin Scorsese's in it, and he says the N word. Moving on.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Yeah. Yeah.
El Camino, the Breaking Bad movie, which you haven't seen yet.
Nope.
It's really good. If you like Breaking Bad, you'll like it.
Mm.
It's because it's Vince Gilligan. He's back. He wrote it, directed
Mhm.
it. Same cast, same universe, and it really feels like you're just straight back into the universe. Like everyone's a bit older, which is like whatever. I'd rather them do that
Yes,
than
yeah.
like them try to make up them or like de-age them.
Make them
CGI.
look young. Yeah.
They probably didn't have the budget for that either.
I also love, like, I haven't seen it, but I love how proud Aaron Paul is of the movie.
Oh yeah,
It fucking warms my heart. Like on Twitter, he's just
alright.
like,
he's cool.
yeah.
But it's just distracting because a lot of it is flashbacks.
Oh,
So
is
there'll be
it?
flashbacks to like stuff that happens, stuff that happens during Breaking Bad,
Okay.
and they'll look completely different. It's like,
Yeah.
oh, okay.
I guess it's like maybe okay, because I was saying to you before, I've held off on watching it because I want to rewatch Breaking Bad, but actually it'd probably be better if I watched just El Camino because in my brain it wouldn't be like, oh, they look so much older. I'm just like watching
Yeah.
like, you know, the Breaking Bad movie.
And like there's Easter eggs and stuff you'd pick up on if you just watched the show. Like when I watched it with my dad, he was like, "Oh, that's the thing from that episode of I
I'm
watched
so
this
bad
before."
at Easter eggs.
Yeah, I'm like, "Oh yeah, true. I didn't even think of that because
Yeah.
I hadn't seen the show in ages." And he's like, "Oh, that must be the money they got from this guy."
Hey, look, it's the teddy bear in the pool from when
Yeah.
the plane crashed. It's just sitting there.
Exactly. But no, if you don't remember the show, none of that stuff's distracting. It's just like background details.
Okay. I guess they
Yeah.
kind of have to put it in there for people who like,
Yeah, and it's just stuff that makes sense. Where it's like
Yeah.
that's from that episode, so it
Okay,
would still
yeah.
be there.
yeah.
But yeah, there's a few times it flashes back, and I'm like, oh, that's that doesn't look like them when they looked like that in that season, but that's okay.
Yeah.
But the movie overall, like it's a very quiet movie.
I like that.
It's not
okay.
It's not like a Breaking Bad the movie cinema
Yeah.
experience. It just feels like
I mean, it's a Netflix original, isn't it?
yeah,
Yeah.
but it doesn't feel like a cheapo Netflix.
Yeah,
original
no, I
either,
don't
which
mean
is
it like
good.
that.
Yeah.
Like, yeah.
Do you know what it's about actually?
I know it's about Jesse after the end of
Yeah,
Breaking
it's pretty much
Bad.
just like the
Aftermath.
48 hours after.
48 hours, yes. Thank
Yeah.
God. That's epic. I actually didn't know that. It's like set over 2
Yeah.
days.
So it's just him like figuring out because you know how at the end he just drives away. And
Yeah.
you're like, oh, he finally got away. He got away with it at least.
Yeah, but actually,
But when you think about it, you're like, there's a lot of stuff he'd have to do first to
Yeah.
actually get away with it, and it's just showing that.
okay, cool.
Yeah, where it's like, oh, he needs money so he can like start a new life somewhere. How does he get the
Yeah.
money?
And where will he go? And like, how does he
and,
cover
like,
his
which
tracks?
connections does he still have that hasn't been like tethered?
Yeah, hasn't been burned. Yeah.
Yeah, and it almost plays out like a western. Like it slowly reveals itself to play out
sick.
like, because it ultimately just comes down to him getting this money so he can
Yeah.
buy his way out of
Okay.
this life,
The
he's created
situation,
for himself, yeah. And it flashes back to stuff during the time of the show, but like stuff we didn't see, like stuff with Jesse Plemons' character as Todd,
Okay.
and what he did to Jesse when he was like when he was kept in the cage in the last season.
Yeah.
It was like filling in gaps.
Yeah.
And it was all relevant flashbacks too. Like it was showing how characters learnt stuff that they put into play like in the next scene. Or like showing how why they're doing the things they're doing in the present day.
Okay.
So yeah, it's good. I don't think you really need to watch the show because of that, because it has those flashbacks.
Okay, good.
to
So
help
I
you
don't
out.
need to like remind myself. That's what I was afraid of, but that's good. Yeah.
Yeah. Just don't expect it to be like a big
Exposition
epic thing.
Oh, okay, yeah. I wasn't expecting it to.
Yeah. Because I think some people were, and that's why they're disappointed. They're like, it's Breaking Bad the movie. It's not Breaking Bad the movie. It's just like another.
Is there a reason why it's called El Camino?
Yeah, because there's an El Camino in it. That's about it.
Okay.
It's the car it's a car he drives at one point. I think it's at the start.
Okay. See, I'm not good with cars, so I wouldn't have picked that
Yeah.
out. But
I just assumed.
I didn't know that was a car. That's
Oh really?
yeah. No.
I knew it was a car, but I didn't know what the car looked like. But I think in the show they're like, "This is the El Camino."
Okay.
Like, okay.
Cool. All right. There
It
we
could have been
go.
called anything, really. It doesn't really
Yeah.
matter.
Anyway, yeah.
Could have been called Aaron Paul Runs Away.
It could have been called Walter White actually lived.
Yeah. No, he doesn't.
Yeah.
He's dead.
He's dead.
I'm
yeah.
glad they just doubled down on that.
Yeah.
Because like people were like, what if he actually lived?
I know this is a bit like, especially when it first ended, people are like, oh no, I don't believe he actually died. But I'm like, all right.
I hate this like
Yeah.
current like, I don't know, what people expect from movies and TV shows
Yeah.
now. It's like when someone dies, they just expect them to come back.
Don't come back. Yeah. Game of Thrones, look at what you did.
Marvel and all
Yeah.
those movies. It's like a character dies at the end of the second act, they get brought off, like at the start of the movie, and they get resurrected.
Yeah. Lord of the Rings, look at what you did.
Yeah.
Any other stuff? I watched.
Oh yeah, there's plenty.
Okay.
I'm just trying to see where I am.
I watched all of Harry Potter.
Oh yeah.
I rewatched
Are you
it.
going to talk about every single movie?
No,
Let's talk about the experience.
Yeah, I was about to say. Yeah, I watched it with my brother, who he hadn't seen them in years. I watch them every year, but it was really cool because I don't know. I just love those films. I love like the feeling they capture, and watching them from like start to finish. Really, like I love the way they like progressed. I don't know, like almost like stakes. I don't know, like how it gets like darker, like as it goes on. From it doesn't ever feel very like jarring or anything. I don't know.
Because it still maintains a sense of humor.
Yeah,
and everything
exactly,
through it
and
too.
magic, and whimsicalness, I suppose.
They're pretty good at balancing tone,
Yeah.
which is why I don't like the Fantastic Beasts movies as much. They don't balance it very well at all.
I don't want to talk about Fantastic Beasts. Please.
Fantastic Beasts, it's like cutting between two different movies.
Yeah.
That first one, it's like, Ezra Miller's getting fucking beaten by his
Beaten to a pulp by his headmistress or whatever.
was happening.
Yeah.
He's getting abused, and they'll cut to like Eddie Redmayne be like, ooh, ooh.
With a fucking little animal that like eats nuts or whatever.
Yeah, I
don't
forget the
know.
animals' names in that, but he'd be like, ooh, Flurryburger.
Flimsdimmer. Actually, I did watch Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs with my brother as well.
Oh, you did? Because we
Yeah.
like half watched it a few
Yeah.
weeks ago, and then
And then I
finish it.
started watching the rest, and then my brother was like, "Can I watch?" So I started it from the start again. But I love that fucking movie so fucking
It's really good.
much. Oh my god, it's like I remember when I was like when that movie first came out. It came out on DVD. I was obsessed. I had this like little, like portable DVD players.
Yeah.
I had one in my room, and I literally the only movie that was ever lived in there, the disc was Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs, and I just put that shit on repeat every night. Like honestly, it was so good. Yeah.
that's cool. I actually didn't watch it as a kid. I watched it like in high school, I think, when
Yeah.
I was like getting into Phil Lord and Chris Miller's movies. So I'm like, I want to see what else they've done. I'm like, oh, they did Cloudy with a Chance of Meatballs. I might watch it now because it's probably more clever than I thought it was. And yeah, it's really funny. A lot of like background details in their movies.
Yeah, a lot of just attention to detail in general. Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway,
do you want to talk about Gemini Man?
yeah, let's talk about Gemini Man. That's the last movie I saw in cinemas. So
What did you think of it? Because we haven't talked about it in 2 weeks since we saw it.
I haven't thought about it since I left, like since I literally left the cinema. Like, so I haven't really had like a chance. Like, you know, usually after you watch a movie, you're like, okay, I'm going to think about that.
Yeah.
I literally haven't. But
what was your gut reaction?
my gut reaction during
watching it
was, well, first of all, I was like, wow, this looks really cool. Like visually.
Oh, so you liked the high frame rate and
Yeah,
everything?
I actually did.
Yeah, because some people don't.
Why?
Because I think it doesn't look right, which it doesn't really.
But I
it's
like that. I don't know. I really like when they used it well in the action scenes and stuff. Like, I can see like the flaw in it sometimes, but like in general, overall, I really liked it. Also, I don't know if you and Thomas talked about this, but the end scene.
I've been waiting to talk about that.
What the fuck?
I thought I did.
Literally, I haven't talked to anyone about it.
Yeah. No,
What
but
the
it's
fuck?
been. Oh no, I did mention it to Thomas at the end of the movie, but we didn't like talk much about it.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I was like,
Because I was like, I'm really in awe, and I was like pretty on board for most of the film. Like, and no way I was like, oh, this is really great, but I was like, yeah, I'm here
can
for
you explain
this.
for the audience what you're talking about?
Yeah, okay.
The Will Smith CGI face.
Yeah, you can explain it. Yeah.
So the whole movie is, of course, Will Smith's
Okay,
younger
explain
clone.
it.
No, I've got it. His younger clone, and he's done up fully CGI. Like, it's not de-aging technology. They fully recreated Will Smith with the CGI double, like redid his pores and stretches in his skin. And all that. And it looks really good for the most part.
It does. It looks fucking brilliant.
The last scene, there's a time jump into the future for some reason. Spoilers. And everything is off about it. It looks like a completely different model. Like it doesn't look like Will Smith anymore.
You know what I reckon they did? I reckon it was like they didn't do it from scratch. I think they modeled it on someone. That last bit. Because it looks wrong. Like, the dimensions of his head are wrong. His facial features slide. Did you notice that?
They
slide around on his face. Yeah. His mouth, like, I swear to God, his actual, like, you know, like, there's your face and then there's your head. His actual facial features were sliding around on his head.
Like a deep fake.
Yeah, like literally, like in a video game or something. It was awful. I nearly barfed. Like, it was so bad. I was like really happy with it for the whole film. And then that happened and I just was like,
I think I was laughing at that. I was like, what? Come on.
I was like honestly in awe of how bad they fucked it up. Because if they could have done it that well for the whole movie, what happened?
Yeah.
Like, I just want to know.
And people are saying like it's because it's in the daylight and that looks bad. But there was daylight scenes during the movie.
There was. Like the part where
the first time they interact is in the daylight. And there's also that bit where he's like in the training range.
Oh yeah, that's right. Yeah. And that looks fine. Yeah.
Yeah. I think because there was a time jump, he like looks a bit bulkier. I don't know, something looked weird.
Yeah. His facial, I swear to God, his head dimensions were wrong too.
Oh yeah.
It looked like he had a rectangle head or something like his.
Yeah, he did a different haircut for
yeah,
sure.
his forehead was elongate. I don't know. It just looked completely wrong. Maybe they did that on purpose to like, it's not actually the same clone. It's a different clone.
God.
No.
I think people are saying that might have been a reshoot. Like, so they could have
an ending.
An ending, yeah. But I don't know.
Anyway, about the actual movie itself.
I actually quite liked it.
Yeah, me too.
It wasn't that good.
I was just about to say, yeah, like I enjoyed it. Like it was
like I'd watch it again.
Yeah. I
feels like a script
really
from like
liked
2003,
all the parts with the clone and the dad.
Yeah.
I really love those bits. I really did. And I love the like whole, I don't know. I just love like the clone's whole like arc and stuff. Like I don't know what they call him, Junior. That's his name in the movie, Junior. I love Junior's whole thing. Like I was really invested in his like story and like stuff. Yeah,
I think young Will Smith like had the best performance.
Yeah, definitely. Even though it wasn't.
Yeah.
really a performance, was it?
No, it was.
Okay.
It was It was still mocap.
Yeah, it
from
was
him.
still facial capture. Yeah. Do you reckon he changed his voice like when he like?
I think so.
Yeah.
Well, can you just press the
Yeah.
thing? I think he did.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, he's at least channeling his
Younger
energy.
self. Yeah.
The dialogue was pretty bad, but like I
Yeah.
didn't really care.
I mean, there was like
It's
literal.
what I expected.
Yeah. There was like, I know that female character, Mary Elizabeth Winstead's
Yeah.
character was literally a throwaway character.
Well, she was like the exposition
Oh, yeah.
machine.
Yeah. She was like,
She'd be like, the reason he looks like you is because he
Is
is
you.
And he's like, wow, what do you mean? Like, we got the DNA back. It's an exact match. It's not similar. It's an exact match. She's like, nah, that can't be possible. It's like, no, it is you. The
Wait.
science is there.
Wait, I just thought of something. I remember picking up in the film, but I don't know if you picked it up. It's implied that Will Smith's, like the actual him, is a virgin in the movie.
Yeah, it's like that's like ongoing. Like,
Yeah,
plot
it's a thing. Yeah, like
about his character.
because I remember the part. She's like, "Are you sure he's not a kid?"
Yeah.
He's like, "Yep, I'm
Like,
pretty."
there's no way.
There's no way. It's impossible.
'Cause he's so focused on his work.
Yeah, but I don't know. I just thought that was kind of funny.
That was pretty funny.
Yeah.
No one's ever talked about that aspect of it either.
Hmm.
Um,
Like we're supposed to believe Will Smith would have stayed a virgin his
Yeah.
whole life.
yeah, there's other dialogue too where it's like, so you're telling me you made a person out of
Out of
another
a person.
I did it to protect you.
Yeah, whatever he.
It's the cliche stuff. But yeah, I liked it because of the spectacle. I don't know how well it would hold up on a TV.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh no, if you get like a 4K or like a Blu-ray
Yeah.
and watch it on like a TV with the
But then
motion smoothing
I was
on,
about to say you'd have to have the right settings on your TV and
Yeah.
everything. Yeah.
just leave it on the default like motion smoothing
Yeah,
settings and it will actually
exactly.
look like how it did.
How it's supposed to, yeah.
It'd probably work for that movie though because it's shot high frame rate, so it's
Yeah.
not like it would be smoothing out motion and blur and stuff
No, yeah.
like those TVs do, and it looks all splotchy. Oh, this movie segment's gonna be long.
Let's try and speed through.
I'll speed through these few. I watched a movie called Let's Scare Jessica to Death. Have you heard of this movie?
What the fuck?
It's a horror movie from the 70s and it's really good.
That scared Jessica to death.
I watched it because of the name. Like, that's the best movie title I've ever
What
heard.
the hell?
No, it's
That's mean.
it is. It's a very atmospheric kind of horror. So if you like that thing, you probably like it.
Atmospheric horrors are scary though.
Yeah. Well, they are scary. And yeah, I won't talk too much about it.
Yeah.
I watched the original Invasion of the Body Snatchers. I've been
Okay.
trying to watch horror movies. I thought it was okay.
I mean, it is October.
Yeah, it kind of lost my interest, this one. But I want to watch the remake, the 70s remake, because I hear that one's really good.
Wait, when was the original made?
50s.
Oh, okay. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. And it was pretty good. It was well directed and everything. It was directed by, what's his name?
Nice.
Donald
Gleason.
Gleason. No, I think it's Don Siegel. Yeah, Don Siegel.
Sorry.
Yeah, it's fine.
To just track back to Harry Potter real quick.
Yeah.
You know, I actually thought that the whole time that was Donald Gleason playing
Who?
Bill Weasley. No, is it Bill Weasley? It's
Was
it's one of the Gleasons, but it's not him. And for the whole,
Donald Gleason is in it.
is he?
Yeah, and the second last one, he's in it.
No, that's not him. That's
That
his.
is him.
That's someone related to him, isn't
No,
it?
it's Donald Gleason.
No, it isn't, because in the fucking
No, because his dad is in those movies too. Brendan
uh
Gleeson.
okay,
He plays
so-
Mad Eye Moody.
Brett. Okay, yeah. Well, okay, never mind. Maybe it is. Maybe I got the names switched
Yeah.
up. Okay, that's obviously what happened.
There's two Gleasons in those movies.
Okay. Yeah. Anyway, sorry, I interrupted you
That's
for
all
no
good.
reason.
What? Oh yeah, I watched El Camino again. That's why it says it twice.
Fight Club. I see Fight Club on
Fight
there.
Club, yeah. I rewatched Fight Club.
Nice.
'Cause it's been. I
Such
thought-
a good film.
I thought it was the first time I'd seen it since high school, but when I looked on Letterboxd, it said I'd watched it in 2016. I'm like, oh,
first year of film school. That's kind of appropriate. Yeah.
Yeah, because
I've watched
it
that
used to be
movie
like
so
my
many
favorite
times.
movie,
It's so good.
school.
Yeah.
and I think over the last few years I've kind of been like, it's Fight Club, because it's kind of become that joke movie where it's like
Oh yeah, like
college
every
dorm room
poster. Yeah.
But no, it's really good if you know why you like it.
Yeah.
Because I think a lot of people just watch it because like, oh, it's Fight Club. It's like macho
Yeah.
movie.
Yeah. Exactly.
But it's like a whole takedown on consumerism
And masculinity.
masculinity.
Yeah. It's yeah. It's just funny that they sell posters of it
Yeah.
and stuff, isn't it? Like
I know.
Yeah.
And watching it again,
kind of ironic.
it's like knowing the twist makes it a so much more interesting movie.
It does. That's what I mean. It's like
Because the foreshadowing is so well done.
it's so
Like
yeah.
it works if you don't know it's like two different people.
Yeah.
Well, it's not meant to be two different people.
Yeah.
But when you watch it again, like there's no like holes in the logic.
No, there isn't. Yeah.
Like that's my problem with the Sixth Sense when you rewatch it again, because there's like bits where you have to suspend your disbelief that it's like, I don't know, there's a ghost there and no one's like
Interacting. Yeah.
or he's wondering like why no one's
Interacting with him. Yeah.
that kind of thing. But with this, there's like no flaws at all with the foreshadowing of Tyler Durden being Edward
Yeah.
Norton. Yeah.
It's
Because like he's
and all the Marla stuff too. Like I remember when I rewatched it, just like it blew my mind,
Yeah.
like how careful it was and everything. Like
because they're
yeah,
never both in the same
In
room,
same
at once
room,
talking
yeah.
to her.
Yeah.
And yeah, it makes sense why all these people joined the Fight Club. We saw this dude beating up himself, and they're like, "That's pretty cool."
yeah. And the guy that was also like, "Don't tell me tomorrow about this thing." Like, you know, like someone just so fucking crazy. Like, you know,
Yeah,
he would have had to like been like,
and acted like two different people.
yeah, exactly.
constantly.
Yeah. I know, it's really cool.
Yeah, I guess a lot of people like it in high school and like college because it's a whole like it's fuck society. It's like taking down the corporations and stuff. But
Fuck
yeah, it's-
capitalism.
yeah, pretty much. That's like what the movie's about, really.
Yeah.
Like it's not about fighting or anything.
No.
Or yeah, I don't know. I want to properly read the book because I've kind of read it, but I don't remember it very
Chuck
well.
Palahniuk, is that his
Yeah,
name?
It's a really short book, so I should.
Doesn't he have like a bad rap in the literature community?
Oh, maybe. I think that's like the only popular thing he's written.
Yeah.
So that's probably why.
Yeah.
He wrote Fight Club 2 and 3.
Apparently, I don't know if this is like something I just dreamed or if I heard it, but apparently he's kind of problematic. So
Oh, really?
apparently,
Maybe.
I don't know. But he wrote Fight Club, so
Yeah.
yeah.
I might read Fight Club 2 at some point as well, just to see what it's about.
Didn't they make like a series about Fight Club 2 or a movie or something?
No.
Okay.
Or not yet, at least.
Okay.
I wonder if they'd ever make a Fight Club 2 movie. Like Fincher and that team come back to do it.
Oh God, maybe.
If I'd only watch it if Fincher and Edward Norton and everything came back.
Edward Norton's fucking crazy. Like he actually scares me. Oh God. That's the one celebrity I never want to meet. It's Edward Norton.
Really? I think that'd be interesting.
Oh God, I'd be too scared. I'd like run away.
I'd ask him about the Incredible Hulk
I feel like he'd punch
and
you.
how he rewrote the whole script from scratch because he didn't like it.
Oh my God. Yeah, that's probably what happened because like he intimidated the fucking director. Fucking kill you or something like that.
Really?
I don't know.
think I
He gives
found-
me those vibes.
Yeah, I think I found his draft of the script on like Reddit or something. I was
Really?
gonna read it at some point just to see.
Curiosity.
The opening scene is him. He tries to kill himself, and that's actually on like the deleted scenes.
Really?
So they filmed it.
They
yeah.
filmed it. Maybe Edward Norton just wanted to kill himself.
Yeah, it's like Bruce Banner out in the Arctic, and he's
Oh,
got a gun.
yeah,
And
yeah.
he's like trying to go into the middle of nowhere where there's no one around, so he can kill himself. But then when he goes to do it, he
It's
turns to the
extreme.
Hulk because he's like too stressed out.
Yeah.
And that's how the movie starts.
I forget that in that Hulk, like he has like a watch or something like that. He actually has to
Yeah.
like monitor his heart rate and shit.
And then that just never happens again in
Yeah.
any of the other movies.
Yeah.
But that him killing himself or trying to kill himself is canon in the MCU because they reference it in the Avengers.
Really?
Yeah, Bruce Banner's like, because they're talking about, have you ever tried to, get rid of? What are they talking about? It's something about he tried to kill himself, but it didn't work because the other guy spat the bullet out or something.
Oh,
what he
I
said,
think
yeah.
I remember hearing something like that.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
everyone's like, oh, what?
I ate the bullet, but he spat it out. Yeah.
Superman. I watched Superman the movie.
Cool.
What?
I'm sorry.
You haven't seen this movie, have you?
No.
We should watch Superman 1 and 2 one time. I want to know what you think of these movies.
Okay.
Because I really love Superman the movie and Superman 2, but mainly Superman the movie. Because it's like the first.
Ow.
It's like, wait, it's the first like superhero movie, pretty much, like of that genre. It like invented that whole superhero genre that we see like every month in cinemas. You know what I
What
mean?
about the Phantom?
The Phantom movie came out in the 90s.
Oh, did it?
Yeah,
Lol.
with Billy Zane. But
I thought there was one before that, honestly.
before Superman, not like a big blockbuster.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
That with that structure where it's like
Yeah.
it does the origin story and then it has the
It is a famous film, though, Superman. So.
yeah. And God, I don't know. I don't
need-
even know how
sorry.
to put it into words like
Yeah.
why I like this movie.
I do need to watch it.
It's just
then.
like magic. It's old school Hollywood magic.
I love that.
And I'm
yeah.
sure if people watch it for the first time now, they'd be like, the effects look bad,
Oh,
and it would take
God.
them out of it. But I don't know. It's cute.
Oh, that's cute.
The music makes up for it. Because like there's a scene in this that's pretty much like a whole new world scene from Aladdin.
Oh, what? Oh,
With-
but with Superman and
With
Lois.
Superman and Lois.
Yeah.
and it goes for like 10 minutes, I want to say.
Oh,
Well,
wow.
it goes really
Do
long.
they sing?
They don't sing, but there's like internal monologuing like happening.
Oh, what? That's sick.
Yeah, like she's like, "Can you feel my heartbeat? Can you?" And like all this stuff,
Oh,
like while the
okay.
music's like, doo, 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 doo.
That's cool.
The music's so good. I think it's my favorite John Williams score. Like it just hits me in the feels, you know.
Yeah.
And Christopher Reeves, I think is so good as Superman. And what's up?
I was just looking at the year it was made.
Yeah, 1978. Christopher Reeves. What was I gonna say? Because people, when they think about the old Superman, it's like, it's kind of stupid how Clark Kent, no one suspects that he's Superman, even though he just puts on glasses. But like, he does more than just put on glasses. He puts on a whole different persona as Clark Kent.
Yeah.
And I think that's why people get confused, because they think about the new movies where Henry Cavill just acts the exact same
Yeah.
as Clark Kent. He's still stoic and like so earnest and sure of himself.
Yeah.
But,
But
he,
in these ones, Clark Kent's kind of bubbly.
yeah, he
and
literally
stuff.
dumbs himself down so like no one will ever think that
Aw,
he's
sweetie.
Superman. Like Lois will be like, "Can you open this bottle for me, Clark?" And he'll be like, "Oh," and he'll like struggle to open the lid, and like he'll like get it open, he'll spill everywhere. Like, "Oh, sorry, gee, golly god," even though he could just be like,
Yeah.
you know, he's trying to like do everything he can that no one will ever suspect. That he's
So it's
Superman.
like constantly on his mind. Yeah.
And he like arches back up a bit too, and like he wears a hat and like
That's acting props right there too.
I know.
That's sick.
I wouldn't think that he's Superman.
Like hunching your back too is
Yeah.
like such like a
Like he just looks like a guy. Like, that's the thing about Superman. It's like there's literally a billion people in this world that look like him.
yeah. Wait, there's not more than 1 billion people in the world, is there?
Excuse me.
How can there be 1 billion people that look like Superman?
Yeah, there's a lot of white people in the world, dude.
But there's only like, wait, how many people are there?
You'll get there eventually. Do you want me to tell you how many people there are in the world?
Like 1 billion?
1 million.
No. I said 1 billion, not 1 million.
There's 1 billion people like in China.
Oh yeah. I know.
There's like 8 billion people in the world.
Okay, yeah, sorry. When you said that, I just remembered. I remembered when I went to India, and we were in a city that had the whole population of Australia. That just like that information just went back in my brain when you said there was like 1 billion people in China.
Anyways, I don't remember what I was saying, but Superman the movie's really good. Lois Lane in it's great too. Do you know the ending of this movie, by the way?
No.
I won't say it then.
Oh,
Because people think it's bad, but I think it's really good.
they fly off into the sunset.
It's actually sillier than that. It's like, no, the final shot is
On a scale from Greece to oh wait, no, so from I don't know, whatever to Greece.
not like the final shot of the movie, but like the third act, like what happens.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, because people are like that breaks logic, but I'm like, it's
Who's
Superman.
the
like,
antagonist? Is it Lex Luthor?
Yeah, it's Lex Luthor.
Okay.
His scheme in the movie is really fun. Like it's so dumb, but it makes sense
Yeah.
in like cartoony logic.
Yeah.
Like he wants to nuke the San Andreas Fault because
What the
he owns
fuck?
all this land like on like one side of it that's like all desert and stuff,
Oh, okay.
but on the other side's like California and like all the rich people. So he's like, if I nuke the fault and all that falls like into the ocean, then everyone will buy my land.
Oh my god!
And
What
it's
the
so
fuck?
cartoony and dumb, but I'm like, sure,
Sure, why not?
it's the 70s.
He wants to nuke it. Lol.
Yeah, he hacks into a nuke and like changes like the
coordinates.
coordinates, yeah. And he wears wigs throughout the movie too, so no one knows it's him.
Yeah.
It's really cute. It's a long movie too. It's almost 3 hours long.
Wow.
3 more movies. That's supposed to be quick.
All
This is
right.
3 weeks worth of movies. That's why this second is
All
so
right,
long.
come on.
It's The Last Action Hero. Have you seen this movie?
No,
I think you should watch it. This is the first time I saw it because I was
Last Action Hero.
new of it. It's directed by John McTiernan and was written by Shane Black. And,
Oh,
starring Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Shane Black.
And the
Is
premise,
Arnie the Last Action Hero?
well, the premise to me always sounded interesting because the premise is there's this kid who's obsessed with Arnold Schwarzenegger movies, like
Thomas.
yeah, it's
It's
Thomas.
Thomas.
It could be Thomas, and he like goes to see every single one, and he gets to see like an early screening of.
Is it Doco?
No, it's not a doco.
Oh, you said Shane Black wrote. Of course, it's not. Yeah.
No, but like in the movie, Arnold Schwarzenegger exists as like,
Okay,
a real
yeah.
actor,
Yeah.
and he plays in this series called like
Some
like
being
Jack-
John Malkovich
Jack
shit.
Stone or something,
Yeah.
something like that. And the kid goes to see Jack Stone for it's not called Jack Stone, it's called something else.
Yeah.
Early, but he has this magic ticket, this gold ticket that like,
Golden ticket.
that gets like at one scene in the movie he falls into the movie and suddenly he's in the Arnold Schwarzenegger movie and he has to help Arnold Schwarzenegger because he knows
It's like a video game.
because he knows the movies so well. He's seen them all so many times.
He's able
he's
to.
like he's like clued in to know
yeah.
like the plot and like where everything's
That's
going.
cool.
And it's really meta and fun.
I like you.
And it hadn't got really good reviews, which is why I've like put it off for a while. But it's really good. Like I'd almost give it 5 stars because it's so self-aware and knows what it is.
Yeah.
And there were points where I'm like, oh, I hope the third act is this, and it was almost that, but it was yeah.
I'm trying to think of what other movie sounds like that, but for some reason, all I can think of is Wreck-It Ralph.
There is another movie that was kind of like this, but for horror movies. It was called The Final Girls. Have you heard of it?
Nah.
It came out a few years
Nah.
ago. I remember I watched it. It's like a girl falls into like a slasher movie.
Mm.
Yeah, I remember it being pretty good. But yeah, Last Action Hero, I really liked it. It has some of the best Arnold Schwarzenegger lines. I can't remember them at the moment, but I remember when I heard them.
tumor.
When I heard them, like that's fucking fantastic. And I'm not gonna do it. Arnold Schwarzenegger. I watched Booksmart
Yes.
finally. All I'll say is that it was a lot funnier than I expected. Because it's everyone talked it up to be like this really like groundbreaking, like authentic coming of age movie. Like it was just like a silly, like almost John Hughes-esque comedy, where it was like it existed in this heightened reality. And once I realized that, I had a lot of fun with it. Because at
Yeah.
the start, I'm like, none of this would happen in real life, surely. But then I was like, oh, that's not the point. It's just meant to be. You know what it is? It's realistic characters in an unrealistic
Setting.
kind of setting. Yeah.
Exactly.
Oh, and Billy Lord's character.
I was about to
is so
say, I
fucking
was literally
funny.
about to ask you about Billy Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Every time she was on screen, I was
Fuck.
so funny.
I love her. She's made for like comedy. I think she's so
yeah,
funny.
I hope she gets cast in more things now.
Yeah.
Other than
same.
Star Wars movies.
yeah.
Oh, should we talk about the Star Wars trailer? We can do that in Thomas' comments section.
Yeah, we'll do that.
Oh, and I also watched Maleficent 2. It was okay. I hadn't seen the first one.
You don't
so
have to talk too much about that.
yeah. Oh, I'll talk about Watchmen pilot just quickly.
Sorry, the pilot of Watchmen. Sorry, I was
Yeah.
thinking about who.
The
What's a
pilot
Watchmen
episode
pilot?
of HBO's Watchmen, directed by Damon Lindelof, written by Damon
Lindelof.
Lindelof, and directed by Nicole something. I forget her last name.
Yeah, forget the woman's name, eh?
I
I'm
remember.
kidding,
I
I'm
remembered half
sorry.
of it. It's just because she hasn't done much stuff.
Yeah.
She did like a few episodes of The Leftovers though.
Okay.
So if you like The Leftovers, that whole team, I recommend Watchmen because it's pretty great.
Watchmen.
And I can't wait to watch the rest of it week by week because that's how they're doing it. It's HBO. It's one of the rare times where I'm like, I wish they just drop it all at once so I could just binge the shit out of it.
Yeah,
But it's alright. I get to join the hype.
I literally waited till Euphoria was all out so I could binge it. That's what I did. Yeah, I ended up finishing that, by the way.
Oh, cool.
It's really good.
Nice. With Watchmen, it's kind of a sequel to the comic, but no, it's like I feel like it's a parallel universe type scenario where it's not like a direct sequel, but the events of the comic did happen. at some point.
At some point in the history of
Yeah,
the...
it's very vague at the moment because you know how Leftovers, they plant all these seeds.
Oh yeah,
at the
it's
start,
never like this is what happened, and then
Yeah. And you're not quite sure what everything's leading to yet, but it will all tie together eventually. That's what this is, and it's all about
Any
white
standout
supremacy.
cast to you?
Regina King is really
Regina
good.
King?
She plays like the main vigilante character in it, I guess you
Yeah.
could say. And she's like taking down the Rorschachs, the white supremacists.
The
And-
Rorschachs.
Yeah, there's like a whole gang of Rorschachs.
Oh my god! I was about to say, wait, hold on, Rorschachs. You would put a S
Yeah.
on that, really?
Yeah, it's like a cult of Rorschachs.
It's like
dude.
the people that really like Joker.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I'm gonna become the Joker.
And the opening scene of the show is the Tulsa 1921 massacre. I was talking to you about this just
yeah,
before.
what the fuck?
And it's such a dark way to open the show, but like with what the show is about, like thematically and what it's trying to say, it's really impactful because that's the part of American history that no one really knows about.
They try to
'Cause-
sweep under the rug.
Yeah, because a lot of people,
I didn't even know about it.
Yeah, and a lot of people watching this show said like, "Oh, I didn't even know this was a real thing." Like, I had to look it up after.
Wait, did they say that it was a real thing in this show?
I mean, they have narration saying like, "This is a real event happening right
oh,
now."
okay.
But I assumed it was a real thing because it starts and says like Tulsa 1921. And It just
Okay,
shows
yeah.
this madness happening,
Yeah.
these racist attacks, people
yeah.
getting shot and shit. I'm like, oh god,
Yeah.
oh god.
Oh god.
Yeah, good. Oh, that was an exhausting movie segment.
Yeah, it was. Hoochie mama.
Comic segment. Spidey recap of the week. It's the comics that we read. Week to week, 2 of them. I did one, Sammie did the other one. Here it is.
All right. The Amazing Spider-Man, issue 102, titled The Vampire at Large.
Oh, I wonder who it is.
It's fucking Morbius.
Oh, okay.
Anyway, so this picks up right after the fucking second one. Lol. The one that came before it. It's a big 36-page spread, so buckle in, buddies. It's a long one.
Spread.
I forgot a lot of this because it's been a while since I've read it. But Spider-Man still has a lot of fucking arms.
He doesn't in mine. I can't wait to hear how he gets rid of them.
Wow, it's not like it's going to be anything very groundbreaking. I don't know. Sorry, I'm being rude. Anyway, so the Lizard and Morbius meet. They have a big old fight. Spidey's like, oh, I'm just going to watch this happen because I'm fucking weird like that. And the sun starts to come up as they're fighting, so Morbius gets the fuck out of there because he's a vampire. But just before he can leave or like gets too far away, Spider-Man throws a tracer on his back, little Spidey tracer. And the Lizard, he's like, oh, what happened to me? I'm Dr. Connors. But he hasn't transformed back to Dr. Connors. He still looks like the Lizard. Spider-Man.
Wait, so he knows that he's Dr. Connors.
Like when he was fighting, he didn't, but all of a sudden he does. So he's kind of like come to.
Oh.
And he's like, wait, what happened? And he's like, wait, I'm still scaly. What the fuck? So like he's got Dr. Connor's brain and Lizard's body, basically.
Do you reckon he sounds like Dr. Connors, but out of the lizard now?
No, well, that doesn't make sense because like physically he would still have like the lizard.
But like in a movie or a cartoon, they'd do that.
Yeah,
to be
they
like,
would,
To let
yeah.
you know.
Yeah, because otherwise you'd just be like,
Like in Harry Potter when they drink the polyjuice
the
potion.
polyjuice potion, yeah.
Even though that's not how it's meant to work. They just did that.
Really?
No, apparently in the books, like, you're meant to sound and look exactly like,
Yeah, it wouldn't make
person.
sense if
which
you
makes more sense
yeah.
because it's like you're completely changing
your physical, like, yeah. You would
you'd take their voice too.
imagine if you polyjuice potion somebody like with cancer.
Why?
You would get cancer.
No, because it would revert back.
Yeah, but like, what if like while you were polyjuices and the cancer got really bad and you died?
Look, I don't know how it works specifically. The only time it was distracting to me, their voices, was
Yeah.
in the 7th one.
Oh, and she
when-
turns into Bellatrix,
Yeah. And I was like...
and she
"Mm."
walked up. She's like, "I need to go in my vault."
I think that's just like a movie thing though for the audience. Like
Yeah.
I think in the logic of the movie, they still sound like the
yeah,
person.
yeah, because
Or
no
not-
one's ever like, you don't sound like this person.
Or does Malfoy say that in the second one? Does he go like, you sound weird?
Oh, I don't remember. And I
He
just
definitely
watched
says
them.
something like, "You're acting a bit strange."
No,
but-
he says you're acting strange, and he's like, "Why are you wearing glasses?" He never says anything
Okay,
about
yeah,
their
so
voice.
It's not their voice. So I
Yeah.
think they still sound like
Yeah,
what they're meant to. So
and
we're
also
going on a
it
detour.
helps a lot in the one where they all turn into Harry because you would not know who
Oh, I
is
forgot
who.
about that.
Yeah,
I like that bit.
yeah, that is a good bit. Mad Eye Moody.
I
Fucking
wonder if they ever made a Lego set of that scene, and you just get 7 Harrys.
7 Harrys. Like you went straight to Lego set.
Because I had a lot of Harry Potter Lego as a kid. I had the night bus.
Did you play the Lego Harry Potter games?
I don't think so. I
I'm
played the Star Wars ones, of course. Of
Oh
course.
yeah. Okay, so let's continue with the comic book. Morbius fucking flies off. I already said that. So the lizard's Dr. Connors now. And he's like, Spider-Man's like, what the fuck, dude? And he's like, I don't know, bro. You tell me. And he suddenly turns back into Dr. Connors, but he's like in transition halfway through like lizard and Dr. Connors. He's all scaly with human skin. He's like, I have to
Wait, can I
fix
see?
this. He's like, I think it was Morbius. Yeah.
The hell? Show it to the audience so I don't have to edit it in. It's a bit blown out, but that's fine.
There you go. Yeah, so he says, I think it was Morbius's bites, like from the vampire venom. I think it did this to me. And Spidey's like, well, we got to go catch the guy, right? And Lizard's like, yeah, well, I don't want to be a lizard anymore. And Spidey's like, yeah, cool. So they go off to do something. And Morbius is flying around town. He's been a straight up bad guy. He finds a nice dark spot to do like some vampire sleeping for the day. And yeah, that's what he does. And he has a really bad dream. And it's called The Way It Began. So that's
Is Jared Leto still Morbius?
really?
I'm asking, is he still cast
Is
as
he?
Morbius? He was at one point.
The fuck?
I don't know if that movie's still being made, though.
Let's not.
Let's ask Amy Pascal.
She has all the answers.
The wonderful thing about this movie is we get to see Spider-Man become Spider-Man, and that's so exciting. I was watching the featurettes on the Far From Home DVD, and every time it's Amy Pascal, and she just says like the most like generic like thing. It's like, in this movie, we get to see Spider-Man make his own costume, and that's just so exciting.
Oh
Finally
my
see that
god. What the hell?
It's so wonderful to see him grow into a man in this movie.
She's like talking. It's like one of those aunts that talk about their nephew that they see once every 5 years.
Yeah.
Yeah, basically. Anyway.
He's finally grown into a man.
Wow, you finally grown. I remember when you were like 2 years old.
I remember when you looked like Tobey Maguire.
Oh my god. Anyway, yeah, so Morbius is having a bad dream, and the bad dream is, can you guess what it is? I'll give you a second. All right, comment down below quickly if you can guess what it is. If you can guess correctly, then you get
Give
points.
Thomas a few more seconds because
Yeah.
he's probably had another tab open.
Yeah.
He's got to click back over.
Right. 3, 2, 1. Yes, you're right or wrong. It's his backstory. Oh, his bad dream is his backstory. Wow, who would have guessed?
So poetic.
Anyway, so his backstory is that he's like, I don't know, Russian, I guess. What kind of name is Morbius? I'm trying to figure out where it
Morbius.
says
It
his
sounds
first name here.
Morbius. It sounds German or something.
I'm
Is
pretty
my
sure
microphone
he's
plugged
like-
in? Yeah, it is. Don't worry.
Fuck, that would have been Michael Morbius. Is that his name?
Michael Moore.
Michael Morbius. Oh yeah, I think his name is Michael Morbius.
Michael Morbius.
Anyway, so basically he's a really smart scientist, and him and his mate and his girl are on a boat in the
got a
middle
girl?
of fucking nowhere. Yeah. She wanted to come with him, but he was like, no, sweetheart, it's dangerous. But she's like, I'll come anyway. I'd barely get to see you. You're always locked up in your lab. So he's like, all right, fine. So they go out to a boat in the middle of nowhere. And he has a vampire bat with him. Or I think they're experimenting on vampire bats or something. Because Morbius' little secret is that he's dying and his girl doesn't know, but he wants to fix it before, anyone knows. It's like, it never happened. You know, like those mistakes you make, you're like, try to fix it before anyone realizes you've made a mistake.
Yeah.
Like that. Yeah. Anyway, it never works out. So basically, the moral of the
So
story is...
Facebook Messenger, you can now remove your message.
Yeah, but then they know that you removed a message still. So it's
Oh,
like...
they don't know what it says.
Yeah,
Say anything.
but it's still like fucking like okay, you removed it. That's sauce as hell.
You could just say like I said like the N-word.
Oh my god, what could be worse than that?
The Holocaust.
Oh my god, that's not what I meant. Like, so what could you say that would be worse than that? Honey,
there's a few things you could say.
okay.
I won't say them, obviously.
Well, will you say the N word then?
No.
Exactly.
So I wouldn't say anything worse.
Yeah. Okay, yeah, true. Anyway, so he's like experimenting on that fucking boat or whatever with his mate. And they're like, he's like, you sure you want to do this? He's like, yeah, I'm ready. So he goes in there and he turns the fucking thing on. He goes, and he's like, shuts it down, his mate, because he's like, oh, it looks like you're in a lot of pain. I couldn't stand it any longer. So he goes over to him. He's like, "Are you all right?" You screamed. He's like, "I'm fine. I'm weak, but I feel really good." And he's like sweating. He's like pale all of a sudden. And he gives like this seedy fucking look, like you just know he's about to fucking do something a bit messed up. And he is about to, but then his friend like locks him up in this fucking room. He's like, "Rest in here, friend. You don't look very well." So it's not like he sensed any danger. His friend was like, "Just rest in here." And then he gives him a moment. And it was conveniently the perfect amount of time for him to turn into a vampire. So when he opens the door, he's like, "Okay, comrade, how are you?" He's like, "I feel great. I'm going to kill you now." So he kills him.
I still think he looks like Ethan Hawke.
He does, but without a nose.
Sorry, Ethan.
Ethan Hawke without a nose.
So Ethan Hawke still has like an upturned nose. So
Yeah.
it kind of looks
he's
like
yeah.
yeah.
Anyway.
Kevin Bacon-ish.
Except, yeah, okay, hold on.
What happens to Kevin Bacon? Is he still in movies? He's
No,
not dead, is he?
she's ugly.
What about Ethan Hawke? Is he a more handsome Kevin Bacon?
Yes, absolutely.
Ethan Hawke doesn't like Marvel movies either.
Oh, of course, I wouldn't.
But no one talked about that when he said it.
Really?
This was like years ago.
Because he's
Or
not.
last year or something.
Mm.
He said something like, I wouldn't do one of those movies because they're not. I forget. I'll look it up.
Usually,
while
when
you...
actors like say that kind of stuff, no one cares as much. But when directors do
'cause,
it,
well,
yeah,
Your funeral.
yeah,
Funeral.
you'll never be in one of these movies now. If you need
Yeah.
quick money, you'll never get it.
Ethan Hawke, Marvel.
Okay, so Morbius is a vampire now. He killed his mate, and he goes to fucking kill himself because he's like, "Oh fuck, I'm a vampire." So he jumps off the boat and tries to drown, but he's like, "Wait, hold on, I have this will to live. I can't die." So he swims back up to the surface and he's like, "No, I'm a vampire."
No.
And he watches the boat sail away with his dead friend and lover on it. His lover isn't dead; she's still on there. Anyway, so he wakes up. He's like, "I thirst." That's literally what he says. And he finds some fucking random guy on the street. Oh, no. The random guy on the street finds him just laying there. And he's like, "Oh, there's a dead guy in here." But Morbius like, "Psych," and kills him and drinks his
He
blood.
did a prank.
He did a prank.
Sorry,
And
do you want to hear Ethan Hawke's opinion on superhero
yeah,
movies?
go for it.
He says, "Now we have the problem that they tell us Logan is a great movie. Well, it's
Oh.
a great superhero movie. It
What?
still involves people in tights with metal coming out of their hands. It's not
Oh
Bresson,
my
it's
God.
not Bergman, but they talk about it like it is." Which I don't think there was anyone wearing tights in Logan, was there?
No.
He said,
What is he talking about?
He said, "I went to see Logan because everyone was like, this is a great movie." And I was like, really? No, this is a fine superhero movie. There's a difference. But big business doesn't think there's a difference. Big business wants you to think that this is a great
Big
film
business.
because they want to make money off it.
Why does he compare it to Bergman?
It's-
What the fuck?
It's not real cinema. He says, "I would like to see the hard work and effort and vision and the belief of the talented filmmaker." Oh, wait, who's saying this? Oh, no, this is Kevin Feige. There's a Kevin Feige quote now I was about to read. Who cares about what Kevin Feige said? There's probably a response saying, like, "We make good movies. Ethan Hawke, come play an Inhuman for us.
Complain in. Wait, oh my god! All right,
You want to be Black Bolt?"
backkk Boltcon.
The best part about his character is you don't have to say any dialogue, Ethan Hawke.
Are we? Yeah, we're still in the frame. Anyway,
I'll just adjust the camera.
yeah.
There. It's on us now. It's fine.
So yeah, we're at the office of I don't even know who this is because it's not J. Jonah Jameson.
Is that not?
It's not. No,
I thought they just drew him real bad.
no, it's not him.
Wait, can I see?
It's not him. It says later on who it is. But I remember being confused because I thought it was him, but then later on they call him by a different name, and I was really confused. Anyway, I don't fucking know who this is. He gets a call saying, "What the fuck?" I think he's a policeman. I don't know. He gets a call about fucking vampires or lizards or Spider-Man. He's like, I don't believe that, and hangs up. Anyway, it's useless information. Who cares? So now it's the fucking third part of the comic, The Curse and the Cure. All right, Spider-Man's... This is actually kind of funny. Spider-Man's swinging around New York and the lizard's like fucking clutching onto his body for fucking dear life. It's like, you know, cat owners, you'll know this, when you carry your cat around and your cat's just like, please stop. Like, that's basically what the lizard's doing.
Wait, so you're the lizard and the cat is Spider-Man?
No, you're the Spider-Man and your cat is a lizard because you're carrying your cat, but your cat's like really awkward. It's like doesn't want to be. It's like, help me, please stop. You know what I mean? Anyway, so for some reason, Dr. Connors / a lizard, because he's a lizard, but he's got the brain of Dr. Connors, if you've forgotten. And anyway, he starts to turn back into a lizard for like a split second and lets go of Spider-Man, tries to kill himself. But Spider-Man saves him just in time and is able to like pull him back up. And he's like, wait, what happened? It's Dr. Connors again. So he's like fluctuating between the lizard and Dr. Connors. He can't make his mind up. And then we're back at Gwendy now. We're not back, but we're here now. And she's like, oh, I wonder why Peter won't call me for like days on end. And, or not call me, but like see me. And, well, honey, it's because he has 4 arms. So fucking just don't even worry about it. Anyway, so she's like, I know what I'll do. I'll call Aunt May to see if he's calling her. Because if he went away, then he would have told her first. And she calls her and Aunt May's like, no, sweetie, I haven't heard from him. Like, what's wrong? She's like, oh, nothing's wrong, with tears in her eyes. It's like, it's fine. So basically, yeah, she's sad. All right. What else do you want from me? Now we're in the office of J. Jonah Jameson. See, look, that guy before didn't look like that. So
I just thought they drew him wrong.
Yeah, it's super confusing. So Robbie goes up to Jameson. He's like, some phantom is prowling around near the docks. Someone found him.
The Phantom?
Yeah, the Long Island Phantom. Don't get your fucking knickers in a knot about this. We're not...
Jeez, I thought you were about to say the N-word.
Oh my god, knickers, bro. That's...
Oh god. My brain still...
It's the K word. It's the K word.
What's the K word?
Knickers.
Stop saying it before you accidentally say the wrong thing.
No, it's panties. It's underwear.
Got the name of the episode.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Oh god.
God's sake. Yeah, so he's telling J. Jonah Jameson about it. He's like, I need J. Jonah saying, don't bother me with that now. Okay, I'm in big trouble. And he's like, what? What about it? He's like, those hefty pay boosts I had to give out last month to stave off a strike.
Hefty what?
Pay boosts?
You said pebbles.
Pebbles.
Hefty pebbles.
Those hefty pebbles.
Pebbles.
I had to give out.
Remember Pebble?
What?
Wasn't that like a smartwatch called the Pebble? I don't know.
I don't fucking know what you're talking about, bro.
Don't worry about it.
I
It
won't.
was the Pebble.
Anyway, J. Jonah Jameson basically tells him to fuck off because if he doesn't give him any interesting news articles, then there won't be a Daily Bugle anymore. There you go, end of it. So Morbius is flying through the fucking city at nighttime, free as a fucking bird. He really looks like Ethan Hawke there, actually. I'll show the viewers. Look at that, full Ethan Hawke mode right there. Anyway, so he's like, yeah, I'm Morbius. Look at me go. And Spider-Man's like, oh, look, there he is. So he kicks him in the fucking torso. They have a good old tussle in a fight. And they extract his venom while they have him knocked out / pinned down because they think that his venom will make fucking Spider-Man and what's his name feel good. What's his name? Lizard? Yeah, that's his name. So, he injects the venom into himself. This is Dr. Connors, and he turns back into a fucking human. It's like pretty lit. And he's like, all right, let's do you now, Spider-Man. But Morbius is like, psych, grabs the vial and fucks off with it. So now Spider-Man's like, fuck, I saw 4 arms. What am I going to do? So he chases after this guy through the fucking city. I don't know. It's like a 3 fucking page chase. And Morbius is trying to fucking fly away. But, oh yeah, because Morbius can fly. Yeah, that's right. I said that like 2 minutes ago. Spider-Man thwips him and fucking slams him into a fucking bridge. And presumably kills the guy. And he falls in the water and drowns. But he's like, Spider-Man is like, oh no, he's drowning. I better go save him. And he thwips, but he gets the vial and not him. So, Morbius is gone. They get back to his lab and they inject him with a serum and now he's normal again. And that's the end of the fucking comic book.
Okay.
Yep.
Wait, so that's the lizard serum?
No, it's the venom of Morbius.
How does that work?
I don't know. They say that like the venom.
They reverse engineered it to like
the venom like cures your ailments or whatever deformities. That's why like Morbius is like a vampire or something. I don't know. It doesn't make sense.
Wow, this makes my leg look really long. Look at
that. Nice.
Cool. That was an alright comic. What a rousing conversation.
Why is he not? It's 36 pages for no good reason, honestly.
You have Snapchat?
Yeah, don't you?
No, I deleted it like months ago.
I deleted mine, but I got it again. But I only have 4 friends. It's my brother, Pat, Angel, and my brother's friend.
Should I get it again?
Why not?
I don't know.
I don't really.
I wouldn't use it. It'd just be another app to check when I'm bored.
Yeah, exactly. I for some reason got it again. That's all I'm doing with it. So.
Nice. Well, this issue is called The Amazing Spider-Man. Gog, he who say
What? I beg your pardon?
Gog, he who walks the savage land, and it's got I'm so far away you can't see anything. I'll put the cover in. Spider-Man swinging through the jungle with Gwen in a bikini, and
wait, hold on. How did we get here?
Let's find out. So, starts out Spidey is stopping a crime as per usual. He's kicking them about, and
you good?
It's been 3 weeks since I read this, so he's just moping about his life. You know, he's like, I've got to figure out a way to make up with Gwen. And, I could just tell her that I grew 4 extra arms, which is not true. He did not have 4 extra arms, did he?
No,
no,
he had
did.
2.
He did. He had 6 arms, didn't he?
Oh, did he? Oh, yeah, that's right. He did.
Okay.
Because then he had to be like a spider. He had to have 8 limbs. Yeah.
Yeah. Like, and had to blow town for a couple of days. He's like, Gwen wouldn't fall for a fairy tale like that. Oh, why is J. Jonah Jameson's light on at the middle of the night? And we see J. Jonah Jameson in his office. And, he's saying like, listen, boys. Sorry. I'm trying to stall while I'm reading it. He's like, there may not be a Daily Bugle. And they're like, what the fuck do you mean?
Oh, no, that's the worst thing ever.
He's like, I'm serious. Don't you clowns read our own paper? The costs are up, ad revenue is down, even circulation's taken a dip this past year. There's 100 reasons, maybe more. But there's this big one. It's the idiot box, the boob tube, television.
The boob tube?
Yep.
Sweetie, that's a piece of clothing, idiot.
It's, yeah, you're right. But he's saying TV's killing newspapers.
All right, yeah, so what if it is?
And this is like the 60s, dude.
I was about to say,
the
like,
70s.
Fucking this killed TVs, so what you gonna do about it?
What'll be next?
What's next?
But yeah. And they're like, what do you want us to do, huh? About this. And yeah, they're watching the news. And they hear about something in Antarctica. there was 2 scientists on a geophysical survey on the fringes of an unexplored region. And one night, a colossal thing attacked them and destroyed their camp, fled back into the dark, icy wastes. The other 2 men are still in a coma, but I guess it was lucky. So Jameson's like, ooh, this is brilliant. If we can find this monster first, this might save our newspaper business, we'll get the hot scoop.
The hot scoopy. Wait, that doesn't make sense because like a scoop needs to be cold because it's ice cream.
It would be cold. It's the Antarctic.
But they said hot scoop.
You use a hot scoop to scoop the cold ice cream.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That makes sense.
But yeah, they're like, this is sure, this is something. I'm skipping all this dialogue.
It's like in a video game. You just, as soon as dialogue comes up, you're just like X, 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 X.
But anyways, yeah, you're right. They're talking about how sorry.
Dude, you think you're tired? I have to work.
I never said I was tired.
Okay.
I'm
You're
just
tired of this.
I'm just stuck in the middle of a sentence because I was about to say something, then you said something, and then I was lost.
Oh, I'm sorry.
It's okay. What was I talking about?
Spider-Man.
This takes a lot of focus, okay? So they're talking about like what news. They're talking about how they need a photographer for this job, obviously. And Jameson's like,
okay.
we should get Peter Parker. And Robertson's like, what? No, we're not taking Peter Parker into this dangerous fucking jungle because our lives there. It's like, we can't do that to one of our employees. And J.J. Jameson's like, what? Listen to me, fella. This ain't no pleasure jaunt I'm planning here. I'm fighting for my life, my paper's life. I'm making that trip myself, and Parker's going with me. Either you call him or go pick up your severance pay and I'll do it. Think it over, mister.
Ooh.
So Jameson he's determined,
Yeah.
But we see Peter and Gwen the next morning, and they're walking past. They're walking down the street, and Peter gets a phone call from Robbie, and Gwen picks it up, and she's like, "It's Mr. Robertson from the Bugle," and Peter Parker's like, "It's all right. Jameson wants me to cover his mother's hanging."
What the fuck?
So
That's
fucking grim.
weird. Wait, is he being real?
No.
Oh my god! I was like, wait, hold on. Like the fuck?
I think the joke is like his mother killed herself because she has a son. That's so despicable.
Oh my god, that's even worse. He's talking straight shit, bro. And
Robertson's like, I've got a proposition for you. You want to come to the Antarctic and to this lost jungle? It's pretty dangerous, but like you'll get paid some good cash bonuses. And yeah, of course he has to tell Gwen, I'm leaving, honey. I got to take some pics.
I'm leaving, honey.
And then she's like, oh, this sucks. How could you say yes of all times? We just got to see each other again. And Peter's like, but it means I'll get to make more money. And then Peter drags Gwen out. And she's like, where are you taking me? And they go into the Bugle. And Parker's like, I've got something to ask, or say, Mr. Jameson. I wanted Gwen to hear it. And Jameson's like, just say it already. Blah, I've got too many things on my mind. And Jameson looks up at Gwen. He's like, I've got it. By George, I've got it. You're the missing ingredient I've been racking my brain for. And he's like, yes, I mean you, Gwen Stacy. And she's like, I don't know what you're talking about, Mr. Jameson.
Is he going to use her as bait?
Look, maybe. No, not quite. He says like, save it, Robbie, I'm going to level with these kids. Then it's up to them. And we skip the conversation to the end.
Nice.
And they're like, sounds great to me, sir, but for Gwen, I don't know. And Gwen's like, wow, Peter Parker, what a male chauvinist big thing to say.
Wow. She fucking told him. She told him. What a queen.
But Jameson's like, a girl like you is just what this expedition needs. I got to think of the woman's angle. They buy papers too, Besides, a pretty face never scared gents away from my newsstand.
Right.
So at first you're kind of like, is Jameson being a good guy? But we'll see soon what's actually going
What a
on.
stupid question.
Well, he's trying to give a woman's perspective on this news event, but I don't think he had all good intentions. So they get in the plane. They arrive in the Arctic, and they meet the dudes that are there, and they're like, yeah, it's pretty crazy, isn't it? Some monster attacked us. We'll take you to where we last saw him in the hidden jungle, the lost city of Zed. No, it's
The
not.
lost city of Zed. The lost city of Zed.
Pretty much what this is, though.
Nice.
But they find Tom Holland there and they're like, whoa, you're me.
Yeah. Yeah, they do the pointing meme, but in the jungle.
In the jungle. So, yeah, they get attacked by a pterodactyl. Or is that a dream?
It's a dream. I don't know. I haven't read it. Sorry.
I don't think they get attacked. The pterodactyl goes past though, and they're like, "What the fuck was that?"
Yep.
And they land in the jungle, which is in the Antarctic for some reason. I don't know how this works, but they land.
Tell me, buddy.
It's like Jumanji 3.
Jumanji. You say it like that.
What is it then?
Jumanji.
Jumanji.
Yeah, Jumanji.
Isn't that what I said? Jumanji.
Like Jumanji.
Jumanji. That's how they say it in the movie, isn't it?
Jumanji.
I actually really want to see the new one. Do you want to see it?
Yeah. Why not? It's got Karen Gillan in it.
Yeah. Do you know the premise of the new one?
It's the same characters but different kids.
Yeah. Or not different kids, but different like people playing the game.
Oh,
And
they're not kids.
Which means that The Rock is playing Danny DeVito. And I can't wait to see that.
Wait, so they're adults playing Jumanji?
They have like their
not kids
grandpa
anymore.
over and stuff.
Oh my god, yes, and Danny DeVito's in it.
Yeah.
Yes.
And he chooses The Rock's character. So The Rock the whole time is going to be like, hey, what's going on?
I'm so excited.
And fucking Jack Black, who is he playing? He's playing like the old black grandpa.
Danny DeVito is my favorite degenerate.
Yeah, it looks fun.
That's great.
But anyways, we see Gwen change into a bikini for some reason, even though they're exploring the jungle.
She's probably getting bitten by a million mosquitoes right now. It's probably very, very uncomfortable.
And Peter Parker's
for
like,
her.
ooh, hubba, hubba.
Come on, give her a break.
He's like, yeah, he's taking photos galore. And then Jameson's like, Parker, that's enough of the shots of the girl for now. Get over here, quick. And suddenly they see something. Gog.
Gog.
And it says part 2, Gog. And they're like, what the fuck is that? And Jameson hits a big old gong.
Nice.
And all these like dudes come out. They're like these little goblin creatures or whatever. Or like trolls. I don't know what they are. But they start surrounding these cats with
You mean these cats? Like, hey, these cats.
yeah, these not actual cats, but I have to change the battery soon. But with spears.
Yeah.
And they're like, what you gonna do, huh? And they turn around and there's this big dude. I don't know what that is.
Oh,
What is that?
He's in my one. I don't really quite understand it either.
And I didn't realize Peter Parker had a gun. He starts shooting at
Oh,
him.
nice. This guy.
And then he runs away
Mm-hmm.
because he gets slapped in the face. And he's like, I should change into Spider-Man, even though that would raise suspicion of why Spider-Man is in this hidden jungle on the bottom of the earth.
Yeah, no shit.
Like, he's like, I guess I'll just have to make sure Jameson and stuff don't see me.
All
Which is
right.
like, why not just fight him as Peter
It's
Parker?
Peter
then?
Parker then, yeah.
I don't know. Maybe that'd be worse.
I don't know. Yeah, it'd be fucking worse. It'd be easy to explain why Spider-Man's there rather than, oh, hi, Mr. Jameson, I am Spider-Man.
Yeah. But Gwen gets picked up by Gog or whatever that thing was. And we see a man. He's like, you may cease these incoherent gruntings, Gog. And you,
Craven.
young lady, your screams. Both savages and the intruders have been left far behind. Your friend is here now, Gog.
It's Braven the Bunter.
Craven the Hunter. Yeah, you spoiled it when I was mid through his reveal. That's okay. And Yeah, so
Sorry. Sorry.
he's like, oh, what? You are far more appealing than they say, Miss Stacy, or should I call you Gwen? With Gog's help, I'm carving out a kingdom down here. And what a good kingdom without a queen.
Ew, so creepy.
Yep. And oh my god, look at Jameson run. It's the biggest leap I've ever seen.
Oh my god, look at his calf muscles.
I know.
They're fucking ripped.
Oh, I can't see. It's alright. And then Kazar comes out and starts attacking Jameson. He's got like a saber-toothed tiger or something. I don't know. And then
Wait, where does
Spider-Man
Kazar show up?
He just pops up out of the bushes. And just, Peter Parker's fighting a giant snake. Nagini of sorts. And
Bruh.
anyways, it's the last page. Spidey swings away and he lands in quicksand. It says to be continued.
Wow.
There you go.
Fuck. All right. That was great.
I can't wait to see how this wraps up.
104, right?
Mm-hmm. What's the time?
I can't go to work. I'm too tired.
Well, tell that to...
Fuck Call of Duty. Fuck you, Maxis. Or what? Not Maxis. What the fuck? It's the wrong gaming company. Activision is... Which one does Activision do?
The zombie ones.
And then...
You're resting your head on elephant.
Oh, it's fine. I don't like this. You know what? Never mind. It's fine.
You can just raise your pillow up.
I don't want to. It's
We'll use this.
supporting my back. It's fine. I'm not that weak. I'm not a baby. I don't need something for my head.
Wow. Tell that to people with weak heads. Weak heads at Bernie's.
Let's do this. The Amazing Spider-Man, issue 104, released in January.
What? No way. It's illegal.
The Beauty and the Brute, it's called. Spider-Man is sinking in quicksand in the fucking jungle. They recap what the hell happened in the first panel to get to this fucking state of what the hellness in the Spider-Man continuity. But
I didn't even need to read mine.
No.
Could have just read this one.
Yeah.
Stan Lee, you played a trick on me. Too bad you're dead now.
So Spidey tries to fucking pull himself out by webbing a branch, but the branch breaks and hits him in the fucking noggin. So he's like, better not try that again.
You mean noggin?
Noggin. And he's run out of webs, so or it's jammed. I don't know, something like that. I think it's jammed.
What is? Because webs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's
should
like,
clean them.
I'm gonna fucking die. But then
Do
Kazar.
you reckon his web shooters are like ears? Where like they get so built up with like gunk inside them?
I would imagine
And you
it's
have to,
like
clean them out with,
yeah.
earbuds.
Like with like deodorant and stuff, or like any aerosol or anything that sprays, like the fucking like thing would get all sticky and like built up and gross, and like if he didn't clean it would crust up and get hard.
Like a tomato sauce thing where they never clean the top.
Yeah, that's like the worst. I fucking hate that. It's like with every like Bunnings sausage, like they're always like, do you want sauce? You just look at the fucking lid of the sauce, you're like, nah, I'm
It's like all
good.
dried up.
Yeah.
It's like just wipe it.
Anyway, so yeah, Kazar comes out of nowhere. He's like, whoa, whatever fucking Tarzan does. Is that what Tarzan does? That's what Tarzan does, right?
Tarzan.
Yeah, that's what he does.
No, he goes like, oh.
Oh, never mind. I thought, doesn't he do that?
Probably not. They
Okay.
reference Tarzan in Spider-Man, the first one. When he swings, he goes, oh.
So, God, I don't even know. So, I'm so sorry, everyone. So Kazar comes and grabs him and it saves him from the quicksand. He's like, sup, brother. And he's got his fucking tiger with him. And Spider-Man's like, sup, I need to save Gwen. And Kazar's like, cool, bro, let's do it. So like they go like this. Wait, I'm gonna put they go. And then they go and do it. They don't actually do that.
Wait, what happened then?
They high-fived.
Oh, so they did do that.
They handshake high-fived. No, they don't actually do that. In my head, they did that.
Wait, so they didn't or they did?
They didn't, but like in verbally they did.
Oh, okay.
Like, link up, bro.
Oh, you're just legs on the screen, by the way. You can't see your head.
Is that better?
No.
Anyway, so we're back at fucking... what the fuck is his name? Craven? And that big old monkey thing, monster.
Craven, like Gwen
it's
Stacy.
like weird. It's like a lizard chicken monkey.
His name's Gog, alright? Get it right.
Gog. Yeah, Gog.
When are they going to put Gog in a Spider-Man?
Oh, I wish. So yeah, Gog and Gwen in a bikini and
Spider-Man 3 is fucking Peter Parker goes to the
jungle.
Arctic and fights Gog.
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 So yeah, I don't fucking know what's going on. Craven's basically like threatening to rape Gwen, make her his queen or whatever. It's fucking creepy. It's really scummy. Creepo. Anyway, so he's like, I'm gonna be king of the fucking jungle.
Yeah.
And then he explains how he found Gog because he found a fucking spaceship crash landed in the jungle, and he was like, hey, look, there's a little monkey in this jar. So he breaks open the jar and takes the monkey out, and it's Gog. And he grew him up from a little boy to a big boy that he is now. So yeah, that's Gog. And then so Spider-Man and Kazar show up and they, fucking try and defuse the situation, save Gwen. And Spider-Man's like, I can't do much here, so because he got, what the fuck is its name? Gog's attention.
Gog.
So he tries to fucking what is it? Like lead him away so like Kazar can do his things. That's what he does. So Gog follows Spider-Man. And Kazar is like, let's wrestle, buddy. Like one-on-one, man style, old fashioned. Let's just do a good old wrestle. No weapons, no tricks, skin on skin, like they used to. I don't know why I went so long with that. And so they throw themselves off the cliff because that's what you do when you fight. They're punching each other. And Craven uses one of his fucking tool belt gadgets, but it doesn't even phase Kazar, and he's like, Craven's like, what the fuck? How are you still good? That vapor would have felled a bull elephant. And then Kazar's like, dude, a mere beast would not have held its breath. Oh shit. What a fucking badass. It's pretty cool. Coming back with the comebacks. Anyway, they fucking fight more. And Craven's about to fucking end this guy's whole fucking career.
He's got a big rock.
He's got a big rock. He's about to fucking end this whole man's career, his
That's
whole
a Lord
life.
of the Flies, this guy.
Yeah, it literally is.
Is that a thing from Lord of the Flies?
Yeah.
I think it's something else.
I'm pretty sure it is.
Something to do with the rock hitting a kid.
Anyway,
Nature
so
versus nature.
his fucking tiger is like, buddy, not yet. So he's like, bruh. And he tackles Craven.
What does that say? That's what it says.
Where? It says thwack. That says ung.
What's happened? You like zapped me. Put your thumb in it. Like, what was that?
That was that.
It felt like a zap though.
I'm Electro.
Don't you know?
I'm Electro.
Motherfucking animals.
Anyway, so fuck, they've just been fighting for ages, honestly. It's just, oh yeah, anyway, they're fighting and Craven's like, I've had enough of this, I'm just gonna fucking kill you. So he gets a rope, puts it around fucking Kazar's neck and strings him up and tries to hang the guy.
Oh, dude, Craven looks like anime.
He does. But then Kazar's like, I'm having none of this, I'm not gonna die today. So he kicks Craven off a cliff and presumably he's dead because look at how fucking high that cliff is. If you fell off.
But we all know he doesn't die.
Of course not. Anyway, so Kazar's like, you good, Gwen? And she's like, yeah, I'm so glad that you showed up.
She's still in her bikini.
Yeah, just sitting there.
Why?
Anyway, we're back to Spider-Man and Gog. Gog's still chasing him. And all of a sudden, I don't fucking know what this whole issue is. A fucking T-Rex shows up. And
Dude, this is Land of the Lost starring Will
it
Ferrell.
is. But you know what the funny thing about this issue is? Gog and the fucking T-Rex get into a fight. And this is another one for you viewers, all right? Try and guess how Gog kills the T-Rex. All right? I'll give you a few seconds. Bum 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 bum.
He sat on
bum,
him.
Bum 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 bum. No, okay. You're wrong. He fucking kills him Peter Jackson King Kong style.
Eats off his head.
He fucking snaps his neck.
Oh, I was thinking of the wrong movie.
Peter Jackson. You know how he grabs his jaw and does...
Yeah, that's
pretty
right.
much what he does.
What's the one where he eats a head? I think it's something else. Probably a Godzilla movie.
Yeah, probably. Anyway, yeah, that's how he kills it. And so Spider-Man's like, look, he did that. That's cool. And he leads Gog into a fucking sand pit that he was in before, and he lets him fucking drown. So Gog's dead too.
Oh.
Into the quicksand. Anyway, they all meet back up. It's all happy and dandy. Jameson's like, oh God, where's Peter Parker? Can't believe it's my fault that him and Gwen are dead. He's like giving up all hope, really worried. But then all of a sudden, Kazar comes riding in on a fucking saber-toothed tiger that's fucking definitely extinct, but who knows, with Gwen in tow. And not in tow, in hand. She's carrying her. And then he's like, oh, thank God it's Gwen. But he's like, oh no, where's Peter Parker? And he starts crying. They both start crying because they think that he's dead. But no, he's fine. Look, how do you say this, like in words? Like he sees out of the corner of his eye, he thinks he sees Spider-Man swinging, and he's like, no, it can't be. What the hell? Then all of a sudden Peter shows up. He's like, oh, thank God you're okay. So he thinks he's going mad. And that's the end. There you go.
Gog will return in Avengers Endgame.
Gog will return. There you go, Gog.
That'd be great.
Gog's dead, bro. He definitely died.
Fuck. Justice for Gog. Thomas comments section.
Thomas tweets. He tweets in every week. We don't know what he's gonna say, but it's probably a good one. Hey.
Yeah, there we go. That's good.
You want me to read them?
Yeah, you've got him up in front of you, so why not?
Oh, okay.
What? That was not sassy. If you wanted to see me sassy, you'd know.
I'm kidding, God.
Oh my God, I'm kidding.
Wow. Anyways, his first comment said, Joker is real cinema, not like those Marvel flicks.
God, that's an old comment.
It is. It's from 2 weeks ago. He said, poor point getting chucked in the bin.
Oh.
It's
You
when
did this to it.
Yeah. And if I didn't do that, I would have won the quiz. So
you did this to yourself.
I did it so we could tie. I didn't really. I had no idea. That's pretty cool that we tied, isn't it? I don't know how that worked.
I
There's so
reckon.
many multiple choice questions and like half points.
Half points and like
all
yeah.
this, it's like a half. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how that worked.
It worked though.
And there were points where it's like, don't give yourself a point for that. Give yourself a full point for that. Blah blah blah. And somehow it
we
evened
still
out
tied.
perfectly.
I think it probably did that because we were doing that.
Maybe. Or maybe I messed up accidentally, but I don't think I did. Thomas would have pointed out if I messed
Yeah,
up.
I feel like he would have.
Thomas said, I'm such a rebel not reading anything. Yeah.
Good for you.
Look.
Good for you. Fucking
Christian
good
Bale?
for you.
Good for you.
Good for you.
Oh, you walk into my scene like, la-di-da-di-da, I'm going to change the light. What the fuck were you thinking?
You know it's fucking distracting.
Fucking amateurs.
Fucking amateur. You fucking hire amateurs.
I remember when he apologized for that, and he was just like, oh, just gets heat on set, we're good mates now, Yeah, that's funny. Thomas said, that dog man is terrifying. That was the dog man from the park episode.
Oh my God. Yeah, when I watched that back, I fucking freaked out. That's so scary. What the hell? Why was he doing that?
I don't know. Was it a man?
I don't know.
It's Sirius Black.
Sirius Black.
It was Gary Oldman.
What's Sirius Black's persona?
I think you're going to say first name.
No, persona. Because he's a furry. He's a dog. That's his persona.
Yeah, so here
But
he
does
has
he have a
one.
name for his persona? Blackie. I think it should be Blackie.
Ba-ba-ba.
No,
Yeah,
Blackie.
Blackie Drago.
Yeah.
He says everyone's hating on Green Book. It's funny, but weird movie to win Oscar. Frowny face.
Okay, did we talk about Green Book? We
We
must
must have.
have.
He says, "Damn, I did do that sound that I hate." See, it's not that easy, is it? Huh? Being on the podcast, you think these mistakes happen because because we don't know what we're doing. Doesn't matter if you know what you're doing. You still make that
This
sound.
cost $4.
This episode won't have that sound you hate so much, but it might have other sounds that aren't very good.
Like this. Should I do it?
What?
There you go.
Maybe that made a sound. We'll have to
Maybe.
find out. Thomas said, "How did that briefcase full of junk clip match so well
Briefcase full of junk.
with the Under the Silver Lake clip?" Which I have to disagree. It did not fit at all. I just placed the audio of
I
him
don't know.
saying
It
that.
was kind of good. Like it's
I
not-
matched one word just so it would
Yeah.
look right. Yeah.
yeah.
So you
Did-
watched this episode.
Yeah, well, I watched it in parts. Like I skipped
Right.
to the good bits.
Yeah. The good bits. So
The bits
the
where I like
quiz.
nearly died.
Okay. That was a good bit.
Yeah.
Oh, I was meant to release that as a clip on Instagram. Oh well.
Oh my
I'll
god.
do that this week. He said Chris Hemsworth. Whoa. You know what that's in reference to? You maybe
No.
skipped over that bit.
Probably.
Because we were talking about the Mummy trailer, how they released it
Oh
without
yeah.
audio
yeah.
track.
Yeah.
And I said that happened with another movie recently, but I forget what it was. And I found out it was Men in Black International. They
Yeah.
released the trailer without the sound effects.
Oh
And
really?
there's a bit where Chris Hemsworth is like, "Let's go." Whoa.
That's so stupid.
Or it's at the bit where they're testing like that gun that's like can shoot a
Oh,
fucking crater.
That
into the
movie,
earth.
I fucking don't even want to think about that movie. Fuck that movie.
And he's like, "Let's press this button," and then there's like awkward like, "Oh, whoa!"
I still can't
really
remember
funny.
whether he had an accent or not in that movie.
Yeah, I can't remember either. I think he was doing a British accent, but it kind of slipped.
No way was that a British accent, for God's sake.
Thomas said an hour is 45 minutes. Fact confirmed.
Yeah, it is. It is 45 minutes. It is. It is. Don't roast. It actually is.
Okay, I believe you.
Thank you.
He says you did great on the quiz, but it sounds like you need to have a rematch.
A rematch.
Rematch.
All right. Whoever can answer this question. 3, 2, 1, go.
What question?
Who is the person that is responsible for the dome going up in the Simpsons movie?
Homer Simpson.
Yeah, you're right. There you
Why
go.
didn't you answer it if you knew the answer?
Because I asked the question.
But then how is it a competition?
I don't know.
There you go,
You've
it's
got
Homer
a lot
Simpson.
of true points here.
Because he took the pig shit from his backyard and disposed of it into the lake
Sinkhole.
sinkhole.
Not sinkhole.
He took it to the lake,
Yeah.
Lake Springfield, even though they put up a barricade around it because of the pollution.
Oh, yeah. That's
And it single-handedly fucking polluted the whole fucking...
Imagine your fucking shit being that fucked.
Yep. It's pig shit, dude. What just happened?
I was just trying to think of that scene. I can't remember it.
Spider pig. There you go. It all comes back to Spider-Man.
Pig. Fuck you. Spider pig.
Spider pig.
So
Fuck you.
annoying. So annoying.
His final comment says, "I love how Sammy's brain broke when Mike tried to visualize the actress blowing us away." Do you remember that bit?
Yep.
And you didn't know what we were doing? You were so confused.
No, I don't remember that bit.
Okay, I'll explain it. Because you said some actress in Euphoria, her performance blew you away. And I went like,
Oh yeah.
And you were-
Oh yeah.
and you're like, what? I'm like, I was being Hunter Schafer. And you're like, when did she do that? And I was like, don't worry about it. Just move on. And Thomas was like, blew you away. And you're like, huh?
I think what the problem was I don't remember saying blew me away.
Yeah, I think so.
So there you go.
Yeah.
I think that's That's oh my god.
Thomas brought the joke back as well, like in the episode, because you did like a blowing motion like for something else, and Thomas like just like Hunter Schafer, but none of us knew he said that until I looked in the edit.
Just like Hunter Schafer.
Anyways,
Oh, I
that's
love
good.
her. I love Hunter Schafer. I want to be her friend.
Did we get any other comments? Do you reckon?
I don't know.
Let's look. Wow, thanks for that. Oh yeah, Patrick commented on our Spider-Man 2 commentary, which he was in, and he said, "I learned how good it was." That's it. That's the show for this week.
Well, no, that wasn't Patrick. That was George Lucas.
Yeah. Oh, speaking of the Star Wars trailer, do you
Oh
wanna
yeah,
quickly
that was
talk
a
about
great
that?
transition. I just farted as well. See,
There
like
you go,
the
it's
mention of
perfect.
Star Wars just makes my bowels loosen. That's how excited I get about it.
Anyways, the trailer came out. What do you reckon?
Fuck yes! Oh my god!
But it's Disney Corporation. You're supporting the monopolization of the
Yeah,
film
and
industry.
I am. You know what? Anyone who has to say that about me, you're right. And you know what? I don't care because you know what? This makes me feel something. So that's that.
I don't think the problem is. I don't think the problem is the fans. I think the problem is like the business. There needs to be some sort of like. I think Disney needs to give back in some way, or like open other avenues for other things to happen too.
Okay. Yeah.
And not just be everything.
Yeah. Yeah, because they're like, you know, like when you're playing Monopoly and like the goal of the game is to like just own the whole board.
Yeah,
And
once
everyone
someone-
hates that
Yeah,
person.
once
Yeah.
they do, it's like okay, this isn't fun anymore.
Yeah, it isn't fun anymore. And like,
That's
yeah.
Disney, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyways, Star Wars trailer. Did you like the trailer?
Yes, it gave me full body goosebumps.
Yeah,
oh
the music's
my
so good, isn't it?
god. I was like literally like shaking with excitement. I watched it like 3 times in a row. Oh my god. So good.
I clicked on it, kind of just being like, oh, it's a new Star Wars trailer. Let's see what this is all about. And as soon as the music kicks in,
Yeah. Oh fuck.
I don't know if it's not a different key, but like they've added like half tone notes to like the fucking thing, and it sounds
Yeah.
like so. I don't know. It hits you in a different way than
Yeah.
it does.
It makes you feel everything.
It feels like it's
Every
coming to like an end,
fucking-
you know.
Yeah. Oh my god.
I don't know how to
Every-
explain it in music terms.
Every fucking shot they had of Kylo Ren in the fucking trailer, I like. I love him.
C-3PO gonna fucking die? Or do you reckon
Yeah,
that's a
that
fake out?
fucking bit where he's like, "I'm just taking one last look." I was like, I literally turned around. I
like,
was
"At
like,
my
"What the
friends."
fuck?" Yeah.
But I was like, he hasn't hung out with those guys in any of the movies. He's
maybe
kinda just in the
that. Maybe he
background.
becomes their friends in the movie.
Maybe, or maybe it's like a trailer fake out thing, and he's actually looking at like someone else.
Oh, maybe at R2. Maybe he's saying
Oh,
it to
yeah.
R2.
Maybe,
Yeah.
or he could be saying any other line. They just dubbed it over because
Yeah.
he's a robot.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you have any theories about this movie?
No.
My one theory is that Hayden Christensen's definitely going to show up in the third act
yes, please.
during the fight with the Emperor, right?
Please, for
And people are
God's
going
sake.
to lose their fucking minds, which I
Yeah.
think is so cool because everyone hates on Hayden Christensen
Yeah.
in those movies. But as soon as they see him in this, they're
They're
going
gonna
to
fucking cream their
"Whoa."
pants. Yeah.
like
Dude,
peop-
I'm so excited.
people are predicting that, you know, the last shot of the trailer where Ray is like, her eyes kind of like are glassing up and she kind
Yeah.
of goes like
Yeah.
like, people think that's going to be like Anakin.
Yeah.
walking out.
Yeah.
Yep.
Where she's like, bruh moment.
How the fuck is the Emperor alive, do you reckon?
I don't. Look,
I-
another thing. I don't even want to think about these things. I just want to go into the movie and I just want to like watch it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But yeah. Anyway.
I think the only like possible explanation is like he's a Force ghost that's kind of like embodied, like he's gone into someone else's body. you
Oh,
know?
I see what you mean. Yeah.
Not reincarnated, but he's like rebuilt
like,
himself
yeah.
inside someone else.
Maybe
Or
that's
maybe
what's-
he's just a Force ghost and we see him and he's just transparent.
Yeah. I wouldn't hate that.
Yeah. It's kind of weird seeing the Emperor in this though, because there was no mention of him in the last 2 ones.
Yeah.
But I guess because they're trying to make this a conclusion to all 9 movies,
Yeah.
they're like, let's bring it back to the start.
I like what J.J. Abrams is doing with it though, because like I feel like, yeah, like you said, it's like the
Endgame.
ends of like these like decades and decades and decades, like far out.
Yeah, they're trying to do an end game for Star Wars. Which makes me think like Obi-Wan's going to be in this, Yoda's going to be in this, Anakin's going to be in this. Luke, there's definitely going to be a shot with Luke,
Yeah.
Obi-Wan, Anakin.
They had Luke voiceover in the trailer.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm gonna cry so hard when Carrie Fisher, like the farewell for Carrie Fisher.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna fucking mentally and physically and emotionally check out of the cinema.
I feel like she's not going to be in the movie much. I
No,
think she's going to have like
she's gonna have like a
scenes,
farewell scene.
Yeah.
and then that will kind of.
but
yeah.
she'll live through the whole thing.
Yeah,
definitely.
exactly. Yeah.
It would be weird if they killed her off. They won't kill off Lando either. That'd be weird.
All the Lando stuff is gonna be fun.
Mm.
Yeah, I'm excited for that.
It's gonna make Solo canon. It already is, but like it's gonna.
Oh wait, they have to have Harrison Ford in it too. Do you reckon?
He's not coming back.
He's not coming back. Why?
How could they bring him back? He's not.
He's not. He can't be a force. Yeah.
He'll be brought up. They'll look at a photo of him or something. Is there photos in Star Wars?
No, they uploaded his consciousness to C-3PO, and that's what that's all about.
Oh.
Can you imagine?
Yeah. You know what they could do? They could have a flashback
Yeah.
to like in between Return
In like
of the Jedi
Kylo's
and
perspective.
Force Awakens, and they show like Harrison Ford and Carrie Fisher and Mark Hamill younger, de-aged.
Oh, okay. I know what you mean. Yeah.
I reckon they could do something like that.
Yeah.
But then they'd have to recreate Carrie Fisher's fully digital, or just give her no lines. It's fine. Oh, they've done that already, anyways, haven't they?
I was about to
In
say,
Rogue
yeah.
One. Nothing is sacred.
No, nothing is.
Only other thing I've heard about this movie too is apparently the last shot is gonna melt our brains, according to J.J. Abrams.
How funny would it be if it actually did physically melt people's brains? Like a whole cinema of people fucking died.
Yeah.
It's the last thing they saw. Everyone dies.
Do you know who gave this scoop about the last shot? It was fucking Kevin Smith. He always like leaks stuff.
Yeah,
about
what the
movies.
fuck, Kevin Smith? What, like, just chill. Just have some fucking chill.
Because apparently he visited the set, and on that day they were filming the last shot of the movie.
Of course.
And J.J. Abrams was like,
Jesus.
"Don't look at the split." And
Yeah.
he's like, "Why?" It's like it's the last shot of the movie.
And of
Kevin
course,
Smith's like,
he can't help
well,
himself.
apparently he didn't end up looking though, because J.J. Abrams was like, "Trust me, don't. It's people are gonna lose their minds when they see this in cinemas, and we don't want anyone to know about this."
Okay. What
Which
could,
makes me
what
think,
could
like,
make people lose
I
their
think it's just
minds?
gonna be a shot of like everyone.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
It'll be like, not like I was gonna say like the Last Supper kind of thing, right? But it's like of the Star Wars characters,
Oh, God. But, like, yeah, I guess.
not sitting at a table, but like
I know what you mean, but it's like the
mingling,
equivalent of,
yeah.
like, yeah.
they'll be
It's-
like, "Look at this legacy we've left."
It's going to be biblical. It's going to be a biblical moment in pop culture.
Or it could be just something like.
Imagine if
Anakin-
it's a jump scare.
It could be like Anakin and Kylo like
Sorry.
giving each other like a little look and be like, we're
That
good.
won't make
We're good
people
now."
lose their minds.
I reckon it would. If that's the reveal of Hayden Christensen. Maybe. I don't know.
I don't think that'll make people lose their minds. I reckon.
I reckon it'll be a shot of it, like everyone.
Yeah, it'll be like a hero shot of everyone.
Not a hero shot. They end the movie like with everyone coming out to fight.
Oh, I
Dun-dun,
don't mean it
dun-dun,
like
dun-dun.
that. I mean it like, you know, it's
Yeah.
like everyone. I don't know.
How old is John Williams, by the way? He's getting up there. I think this is going to be the last movie he ever scores. He's getting
Oh my
really old.
God.
It's
He's-
definitely the last Star
They kept
Wars.
him on life support just for Star Wars 9.
Yeah. But there you go. I wish George Lucas had more input in these movies. Just because like it's his child, you know.
It's his little
Would have
baby.
liked to, you know, him be at least like a creative consultant on these movies.
Well, it is what it is.
Is what it is.
Yes.
Yeah. He kind of expected them to use his treatments even though it was never in contract. But
Yeah.
that's it. That's the podcast. If you want to follow us, you can do that at peterpalmerpod. Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, I think. And subscribe, YouTube, iTunes, give us a rate. Or you can email us, peterpalmerpod@gmail.com. Sammie, you have anything to say?
No. Goodbye.
No.
Yeah, 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 wow. Yeah, 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 wow. ビルの谷間の暗闇に